This video will show how to repair a Kenmore 90 or Elite dryer that won't start or run, and this deals with testing the thermal fuse. Safety first, so always disconnect power before surfacing any electrical appliance. And remember that the internal edges and parts are very sharp, so once you take these machines apart, be careful not to get cut. Click here for the video that shows how to take apart this dryer so that you can get down and do the testing. Okay, on this video we're having a no start problem, and we've gotten this dryer completely disassembled. It's a Kenmore 90 series or Kenmore Elite series dryer, and I'm wanting to test the main thermal fuse to see if it's the reason that this dryer is not working, or if it's good, to eliminate it as a possible cause of it not working. You have a thermal fuse here and a thermostat next to it. Now before you even take the machine apart, of course, make sure you've disconnected the power and unplugged it. To do the test, you need to remove the wires from the component you're going to test, and this is the fuse. Okay, and then these two are just going to set them out of the way here. We're going to use our ohm meter, and I'm going to set it. Mine has a setting for continuity testing, which gives you a tone. If yours has a continuity test on it, you can use that, or you can use the lowest ohm meter setting and check for resistance and make sure that you're having resistance. That's the tone we get when we have continuity. So I'm just going to attach one lead to one terminal and the other lead to the other. Doesn't matter which goes where. Okay, so obviously the fuse, the thermal fuse on this particular dryer is good. It is not the problem. If it was bad, you'd always want to change the fuse and the thermostat next to it, or thermistor, whichever your dryer has. But you always change those components together, because a lot of times when this fails, it's because the thermostat failed to shut the heat off when it should have. Okay, another thing that will cause it to fail is if you've got buildup of lint in the exhaust tube or in the wall going to outside, blocking the airflow, or if the tube was crushed against the wall. If you push the dryer too far against the tube and crushed it, it'll build up excessive heat and make this fuse pop. So that's another thing that'll make it go bad. On this particular one, it's good. If it was bad, you just remove these two screws, take it off, put the new one on, and reinstall the screws and the wires, and then do the same for the thermostat. And just take a picture of it so you know which wire goes where before you remove it, or mark it, or change over one wire at a time to the new component. Just make sure you don't get your wires mixed up or confused. So always check that out and make sure you're going to know where they're going to go before you start taking any apart. So that's how you test the thermal fuse on the Kenmore 90 and Kenmore Elite dryers. Again, if it's bad, change both, the fuse and of course the thermostat next to it.